I should just dedicate this channel to criticising the British police with the amount of videos I'm making about them. But there are other excellent channels doing this, Police Abusing Powers and of course Crime Bodge. Now I thought you had to be a smarty to get into the British police these days, but sadly that's not the case. It's nothing to do with critical thinking, more to do with your politics. And of course what boxes you tick in order to appease the woke mob. And so the latest spectacular mistake by the police, oh and by the way they still haven't caught a guy roaming through London with half his face melted off. And two-tier policing is still a thing. Only yesterday a man was arrested for simply holding the Union flag on a street in London while a Free Plasticine pro-Hamas terrorist march was taking place. So where was I? Oh yes, the latest spectacular mistake the police have made is regarding this flag. Now a Free Plasticine march was doing its thing through a London street and one of them was flying this flag. Now I don't know what prompted the officers to go and check it out, but they either had suspicions or somebody pointed it out to them. Why? There must be a reason. What got their curiosity and why did they just start to do something but finish by completely letting it go? I don't know. But nonetheless, somebody posted a video of this guy flying this flag during the march and the Met Police responded. And they said, I quote, officers spoke to the holder of this flag during the protest. They confirmed it is the Islamic profession of faith. No offences have been committed and no further action will be taken. Now, any police officer worth their salt, you just don't stand there like some, I don't know, street lamp waiting for a crime to happen in front of your eyes. You got to have a little something about you, intelligence. You have to be inquisitive. There is a term in the army when I was in, I'm not sure if they use it anymore, but the absence of the normal and the presence of the abnormal means there is a contact imminent or something isn't right. You have to look for these things. And this was happening right in front of them. And they did nothing. Now, if I was a copper, I would look at this flag. Now, I'm not a highly educated guy, but I do have life experience and I like to think I practice common sense. Of course, Mrs. 49 will debate that, but there we go. And I know a bit about the world and what's going on. Now, why didn't they radio in or just look it up on the internet? They've got their phones on them and have a look at what this flag represents. That's what I'd have done. If I wasn't sure, get confirmation somewhere. But no, what did they do? They spoke to the holder of the flag and that person told them it was just a showing of faith, and then the officers left it at that. Now, if you ask me, these officers, they need to be removed. They need to be sacked because they weren't doing their job. What's going to happen if they witness a rape in front of them? Will they ask the guy, what the hell are you doing? And the guy says, oh, I'm just helping her to get up. Will they say, oh, okay, then that's that. That's confirmation. That's not a crime. And then be on their way. Is that what's going to happen? Sounds like it, doesn't it? But no, they asked this person, what's that flag? Oh, it's nothing, Gov. You're right then, on your way. It's just daft, isn't it? You can picture the scene. And the Met Police goes on to say that no crime was committed. Well, yes, there was. And that crime came under the Counter-Terrorism and Border Security Act 2019, which makes the open support for a terrorist organisation a crime. And through research on my phone, which took less than 30 seconds, I found out this flag belongs to Al-Qaeda, one of the most notorious terrorist groups in history. And of course, proscribed all over the world as a terrorist group, especially here in the UK. Now this shows me, along with their two-tier policing, that the Met Police and these officers are sympathetic to the cause. Or they're incredibly stupid, or maybe they just don't want to be called racist. Whatever the reason, they allowed a crime to be committed in front of their very eyes, and the perpetrator got away with it. And these people keep getting away with it because the police do nothing. And it's yet another example of why the police in this country, especially the woke Met Police, it needs reform, root and stem. The cancer that is political correctness, it needs to be eradicated. And it needs to be replaced with patriotism, life experience, maturity and intelligence. And none of that exists in the police today, unfortunately. And at the next Free Plasticine pro-Hamas terrorist march in London, You know, the police might as well just line the route and hand out cakes and drinks and wave their flags with them and shake hands and cheer or take the knee. They might as well. I mean, they're on their side, aren't they? They are pathetic and they are an embarrassment. And there we go. I'm Paz49. Thanks for listening. And until the next time, Roger Trout.